welcome to Market Kitchen. I'm Rachel Allen.
And I'm Matt Tebber, and we're celebrating the new year with a global menu to bring some sunshine into your 2010 with an easy, creamy vegetable curry, aromatic Asian duck pancakes, and a great gastropub supper of roast baby beets with bacon ribeye.
Valentine Warner reveals the everyday food hardships faced by the nation during the Second World War and recreates a wartime dish of mock-fried dried egg.
Glamorous gourmet Marilyse Parker is in the market serving up a healthy, hearty carrot soup with griddled scones, which feeds two for under £5.
And the guerrilla gardener Richard Reynolds shows us how to create an explosion of flowers and wildlife in our gardens with his simple seed bomb recipe. Now, our next guest has been described as a subculture celebrity and public intellectual by the New York Times. He's the leading face of the guerrilla gardening movement in the UK, having brightened up wastelands with plants and flowers all over the world. Welcome, guerrilla gardener Richard Reynolds. Richard, it's lovely to have you here. You're very welcome.
Nice to be here too.
This is fascinating, this guerrilla gardening. You are basically making the world beautiful. What are you doing?
Well, me and thousands around the world. Many of us just keen gardeners, perhaps who don't have a garden of our own or for whom our garden just isn't big enough, and see the opportunity around us in our local area and just...
In kind of just boring, concretey...
Yes, verges, abandoned flower beds, stuff that's not getting the love and attention that we think it deserves. And then we adopt those and regularly go back and do a little bit more and kind of make them into everybody's garden.
Incredible. How did all this start? I mean, and when?
Well, for me, it started 5 years ago. And I was in a tower block and missed gardening. And the opportunity was right on my doorstep. The neglected flower beds that no one was doing anything with, I took on as my own and began writing about it and blogging. And then discovered others had been doing this for a very long time. I'm meeting people all the time who didn't even know they were a guerrilla gardener, and they go, oh wow, you know, I was doing this, and they realise they're part of something that is
huge,
truly global now.
The most ironic thing here is that your actions are being classed as criminal damage.
Yeah.
So it's basically illegal. Have you ever got into quite big trouble? It's illegal to plant lavender and apple trees, and this is ridiculous. But
technically, you know, I could be doing something crazy, and so technically the laws are in place to stop me.
Absolutely, good point.
But they don't.
And you've been a keen gardener since you were little.
I have, yes.
And these, a little grenade.
That's it.
Of seeds.
This is the seed bomb.
What's it made of? Like a...
It's
old
cardboard,
newspaper,
compost, seeds. They come from the Glasgow Guerrilla Gardening Group. It's an ingenious invention. This is the high-tech seed
So
bomb.
you throw these, they just explode, surely?
No, these will slowly, over time, decompose.
Okay.
And the water, the sunlight will turn this into a little patch of blooming nature.
Of beauty, and they're all colour-coded, meaning obviously different seeds
That's
or something?
right, yeah, so that's the cornflowers, wildflower seed mix, all sorts.
Cornflowers I love. And what are these, like little balls of concrete?
Well, they may look like that, or some think even chocolate truffles. But these are actually the traditional seed bomb method. Okay. And this is what anyone could make at home and throw wherever they like.
Fantastic. So you are going to show us how to make some of these with Matt and Val.
I am.
Okay, do you want to go on that and actually bring a couple of your grenades?
I'll take a few examples, yes.
Thank you very much, Richard.
Have you ever been involved in guerrilla gardening?
No, I want to join the cause.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are you going to maybe garden Shepherd's Bush Green?
Yeah, I'll go and throw a few bombs in.
Right, so we're making bombs then?
We are. This is the simple, classic, traditional method of seed bomb manufacturing that you can do at home. And actually, you don't even need to be a guerrilla gardener to do this. You could just throw these out of your kitchen window and brighten up your back garden.
Okay, so
onto fertile ground.
Yes, not necessarily onto fertile. Well, no, not necessarily onto fertile ground at all. Because what we're going to do today is actually better on bad soil. What you need is some compost. Yep. Some clay dust or clay soil will do. You can get that over the internet. And we've got a wildflower seed mix here.
Okay. Right, so what do we need to do?
Well, the ratio is 5 parts of clay to 1 part of these. That's the only scientific that you need. You mix it all in together. Yeah, the clay can be quite dusty.
The seeds?
So, and then in terms of technique, you just got to go easy with the water, or it becomes a very sticky mess.
So you're almost like a sort of a Banksy of gardening, are you? You sort of turn up, do your thing, and go.
Some say that. Some say that, but the thing is, we come back. You know, we come back because the garden, unlike graffiti, is a living thing. These things require looking after. And
so you could, I mean, if you were to wanted to do this, you could get written permission, obviously, from whoever owns the piece of land or what have
you. You could, and I've got permission in some locations now, but I was told by my local council in Southwark that if I'd asked in the first place, they wouldn't have given me permission.
Oh, really?
But it was the fact that they could see 3 years' worth of my effort, hadn't cost them a penny, made it impossible for them to say no.
Interesting. Right, we're all having a go here. Val, you've seen
to a big impact.
Just done. What's that for a football pitch?
Yeah. That's
really?
Yeah.
You managed to get it all over your face.
Oh, that's the way I cook too. Same.
Ever so slightly messy, completely disruptive there. Richard, thank you very much, Joe. It's really interesting. I'm going to do this at home with my my kids, I think. Anyway, after the break, Rachel cooks up her effortless and flavourful global favourite, aromatic Asian duck pancakes. Don't miss that.